Welcome back to YOGATX. I'm Jacq, and this one is a seated flow that I hope you will find relaxing, grounding. It's really accessible, so if you're newer to the practice, this one's for you. If you're familiar to the practice, this one's also for you. So check it out. I'm sitting on a little blanket. That can be really helpful if you have any lower back discomfort, and you could even, fold your blanket up more so it's higher than mine. You want to make sure that your body feels supported as we move through our flow today. So find a seat. Let's take the right shin in front and sit up nice and tall. We'll take the palms to rest open on the thighs. Let the shoulders relax down. Feel your head kind of stack right on top of your tailbone. So notice if you were leaning forward a little bit or if you were rounded, and right away we bring length to the spine simply so that we can breathe more. In this practice, for the most part, we breathe in and out through the nose. So try that. Breathe in through your nose. Pause when you're comfortably full. Breathe out through your nose and feel that little natural pause that happens when you're empty. Take one more full breath in and one more full breath out. Please take your hands onto your knees, open your eyes if you close them, and then start to circle your torso on top of your hips. So these circles can be as big or as small, feel right for you. And don't worry so much about what this one looks like, just let it kind of feel good. So you could get your head involved. You can kind of round the spine, move the shoulders. Let's go 2 more times. And then take your circles in the other direction. So as you move, kind of seek out those spaces that feel a little tight or a little sticky. And let your breath deepen the movements. Let your breath be an anchor for your mind. So if you are thinking a lot right now, just focus on breathing. Let that be where your attention lands. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Let's switch the crossing of the legs. So left shin in front. This is the way that feels awkward for me, so I know we all have one of those ways. As you inhale, lift your heart, move your sit bones behind you, lift your chin, and then exhale, round your spine. Draw the tailbone in, chin into throat. So inhale, belly opens. Exhale, back of spine opens. So this is a seated cat and cow. Inhale to come forward, and exhale to come back. Twice more. Breathe in, and breathe it out. This time, inhale, send your arms up. As you exhale, twist to your right. So right hand comes behind you, left hand can come over onto your right knee. With your back hand, make sure it can touch the ground, or maybe you put a yoga block or some books under your hands. You can press down into your fingertips. Lift your sternum a little bit. Feel your rib cage turning around your spine. You might look over your back shoulder, but just be kind to your neck. Take another big breath in. And a full and complete exhale. Listen closely. Stay in your twist, but stretch your left leg forward. Left leg forward, right foot to inner left leg. So it's like tree pose almost in your legs. You're still in your twist though. Stretch your right arm up to the sky. That's your back arm. And then side bend toward your long leg. So you're really reaching toward your left toes. Maybe you visualize that your right hand could reach your left toes. Maybe it won't happen in this lifetime, and that's okay. Keep stretching your right arm long. And then sit yourself back up tall, right arm to the sky. Take your right hand outside your right hip for Stargazer pose. So shift the weight onto your right shin, lift your pelvis up. Long left arm, long left leg. Sink your seat back down to the ground. Cross your legs, right shin in front. So seated cross-legged pose. Stretch your arms up, breathe in. Twist to your left as you breathe out. Left arm behind you. Right hand comes over to the left knee, and really use that as a leverage to help you turn. So you're actively turning into your twist, but also sit up nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed. Full breath in and full breath out. Stretch your right leg forward. So don't change anything about your upper body. Right leg forward. You've got like tree pose in your legs. And then stay twisted, lift your back arm to the sky. First, reach up as you inhale, and then exhale, stretch over your long leg. Your long leg is your right leg. Keep reaching with your top arm. Keep flexing your right foot, so your long right leg is nice and awake and activated. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, start to sit up tall, left arm to the sky, and then left arm behind you for Stargazer pose. Lean into your hand, lean into your front shin, so you can pick your seat up off the mat, get a nice big opening across the front of the body. Take one more breath here, and then breathe out, sink your seat all the way down to your mat. Bring your feet to the ground in front of you, bring your hands behind you, and just find a little windshield wiper of the shins side to side, kind of waking up the hip joints a little bit. We'll take a seated figure 4 from here. So keep your left foot on the ground, and then bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. This is a great place to stay, right here. If you have further to go, you can come onto your fingertips behind you. That'll help you lift your chest up. And then of course you could walk the whole leg situation a little closer in toward your chest. What you want to avoid is rounding. So see if you can sit up tall. So don't bring the legs so close to the chest if that starts to cause a rounding in the spine. Keep the shoulder blades squeezing together. Take one more breath in. And then as you breathe out, lengthen your left leg forward. Come back to that tree pose situation. So right foot to inner left leg, and we'll bow forward over the left leg. And then lift up halfway. Tent your fingers onto the ground or blocks, and imagine you could pull your heart forward. So it's almost like your hands pull back, but your heart pulls forward. Plug your left leg bone into the hip socket, and then from your mid-back, upper back, let yourself bow forward again. So you keep space in your lower back. Breathe in. Breathe all the way out. One more time, breathe in. And breathe all the way out. Now lift your head, lift your heart, sit up with a flat back. Let's switch this to the other side. So right foot to the ground, left ankle on top of your right knee or thigh. Bring your hands behind you for support. Palms could be on the ground. You can have as much space here as you need. This will be a lot for some of us right away. Or come onto your fingertips, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. You might even walk your right foot a little bit closer. But really, in this practice, if you go into a pose and you notice that it's hard to breathe, that's a signal that you need to ease out of it a little bit or ease up a little bit. So keep your breath as your priority. One more time, smooth breath in and complete breath out. And then walk your right foot away from you so you can eventually lengthen the right leg. Plug your left foot into your right leg. Send your arms up, breathe in. Bow forward as you breathe out. And then touch your hands down wherever they land. Lift up halfway. Flex your right foot. Imagine the whole right leg bone could plug into the pelvis. Drag the heart forward. When you exhale from your mid-back, upper back, let yourself round. Relax your jaw. Let your shoulders relax. Let your body Find some spaciousness even in this active pose. And then lift your head, lift your heart, sit yourself back up tall. You can bring both feet to the ground again and give yourself that little wiggle back and forth. And then we will open it up for a wide straddle. So one at a time, take your legs long. If this is like, no way, totally not comfortable, remember, sitting on a blanket can help. You could also take a blanket or like a couple pillows and put them underneath your knees, and that can be really supportive here. So take the time to set yourself up well, because we're not here to struggle. We're here to chill. Now I can sit up tall, all right? So if you need to get that stuff set up, take the time to do it. Once you're here, arms up, breathe in. And yes, we're gonna tip forward any amount. So tip forward, let your hands touch down. If they don't touch down, then again, take something here to rest your hands on, and then let your chin come into your throat. From here, have a look at each of your legs and make sure your knees and your toes are pointing in the same direction. So if you start to fold forward a lot, make sure that your toes don't start to turn in. Toes and knees stay in the same direction. Take a halfway lift again, however deep you've gone. Let your heart kind of drag forward, and then as you breathe out, let your mid back, upper back round. Where can you relax? Let's stay for 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, lift your head, lift your heart, sit yourself up nice and tall, kind of crawl your hands in to help you. And then we'll take a little side body flow to end as we reach the arms up. Let that be your inhale, and then breathe out, lean toward your left leg, right arm can stretch over. Breathe in to come through center, breathe out, lean toward the right. A couple more times like this, really kind of let it be a flow, moving at the speed of you. You might be able to stretch a little bit further each time, and you might not, because we're all different. And that's the name of the game. So keep breathing. That's the one thing that we can all do. Breathing out when you find the side bend. Take it one more time each side. Not rushing it. If it feels good to stay and hang out, of course, stay in your stretch. And then we'll meet sitting upright. Take your time to come back to a comfortable seat. So if cross-legged isn't so comfortable, then take another seat. I'm going to support my knees a little bit to give myself even more support. Let's take the palms open on top of the thighs. Elbows are bent next to the side ribs. Let's end with a really simple breath practice. So if you feel okay to close your eyes, do that. Otherwise, pick one thing to let your eyes rest on. Breathe in through your nose and let your belly fill. Breathe out and let the belly empty. When you inhale next time, fill your belly and then your rib cage. So the breath kind of moves a little higher, and then when you exhale, exhale from the rib cage and then the belly. This time when you inhale, fill the belly, fill the rib cage and a little bit into the chest. And then when you exhale, empty the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. And that's it, 3 parts. So keep going, breathe into belly, ribs, and chest. Little pause at the top, exhale chest, ribs, belly. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale chest, ribs, belly. How about you take one more on your own? Trusting that you know the way. And then come back to a natural breathing rhythm. Let your body settle. Notice your mind. See if you can bring your mind back into noticing your breath. And let's bring the hands to press at heart center into a prayer to close our practice. You can bow your mind in toward your heart. Thank yourself for taking this time, especially for slowing down. It's so important for our busy lives. You can let your eyes open. Thanks again for being here. I'm Jacq. This is YOGATX. Be sure to subscribe so you'll get all of our latest vids. You can comment below if you've got any requests. I love the requests, so bring them on. Also, click the link to head to my Instagram. I'm @mindfulish, and I love to post fun things. I'll see you there.